Hey there, today it's the third video in a series of FTC 28874 Software Academy. Today we'll be going through hardware mapping and OpMode architecture, but today we're also going to learn how to control actual hardware with a motor and a joystick. So let's get right into it. To run programs in a match for FTC, you use something called an OpMode. An OpMode is basically a program that which drivers select before a match starts. Programs inside FTC take all this code from a template called linear OpMode. A linear OpMode basically runs the code line by line. In an op mode, its timeline is completely managed by a line called wait for start. Everything written before this line will execute when the driver presses init on the driver station, and everything after it, which usually stays in a loop called while op mode is active, will happen when the driver presses start. Now we'll actually start writing the code to move the motor with the joystick. But before this, my teammate here is going to explain exactly what this code does line by line.
Hello, this is an explanation of this code to make a motor move forward and backwards at different speeds. Basically, this code allows us to control a motor on our FTC robot using a game controller. At the beginning, we import the FTC tools that we need to work with the robot and control a DC motor. Then we give our program a name and create a variable called test motor, which is going to represent the actual motor on our robot. When the program starts, we use HardwareMap to tell the code which physical motor we want to control. The name test motor has to match the name we gave the motor in the FTC hardware configuration. We also set the motor's direction and tell it to brake when we stop giving it power. Before the robot starts moving, the program sends a message to the driver station saying that everything is initialized and ready. Then, wait for start makes the program wait until we actually press the play button. Once we start, the program continuously checks the position of the left joystick of gamepad 1. The joystick gives us a value based on how far we're pushing it, from -1 to +1. We put a negative sign in front of the joystick value because FTC registers pushing the joystick up as a negative number, and we want pushing up to make the motor move forward. We then take that value and use set power to tell the motor how much power to use. So if we push the joystick up a little, the motor moves slowly, and if we push it farther, the motor moves faster. The program keeps repeating this process while the robot is running, and it also displays the current motor power on the driver station so we can see what the motor is doing. That is the explanation of this code.
If you would like to try this code out on your own, in the description we'll put the download link to this code. Now, before we actually start to push code to our robot, we need to install two things so that we can get the code from this Android Studio to the actual FTC robot controller. So to do that, we're going to install two things, which are ADB tools and ADB plugins. Sorry, ADB Wi-Fi. So for that, we're going to click on these three lines, and then to File, we'll go into Settings. Then Settings, you'll see Plugins here. And then we'll click into this search bar and we'll search ADB tools. And yep, you're going to want to look for this one by Zan and Romain, this very first one. And we'll install it. So now that that's installed, we're going to install the next one, which is ADB Wi-Fi. Please type it exactly like that, or else like this specific one won't show up. So like type it like exactly like this, and we'll click install. Now that's installed. We'll click apply, and then we'll let it do its thing. Okay, now both of those are applied. Now we'll click OK. Okay, so now that we have ADB tools and ADB Wi-Fi, now what we need to do is power on the robot by plugging in the battery. Stop recording, please. Wrong button. Now, after your robot is turned on and your computer is connected to its Wi-Fi, we're going to go right here into this right side menu, and we're gonna click on ADB Wi-Fi, which should now pop up since we've installed it. We'll go here, and then we'll click plus. And now everyone's robot controller, their IP is gonna be 192.168.43.1, and just keep this port as it is, and then we'll press connect. And now once it says connected, you'll see our control hub pop up right here. Now it should say connected, but if it doesn't, just press connect. And if right here this doesn't switch on its own from this medium phone API, you can just click on this drop down menu and click on Rev Robotics Control Hub. So now once you've done that, we're basically all set to push this code. What we're gonna do is we're gonna press this Run Team Code button right here, and then we'll hop on to build, and that'll show us what it's doing. So after that, just wait until it's done. Now, here's the most exciting part. Now, let's actually run the motor. So, I'll put this into view right here. So, that's the motor. So, it's called test motor video. We'll press initialize. And then we'll press start. So, now, if I move this joystick up, let me put this joystick. The motor moves based on how much I move the joystick. And if I move it backwards, it moves the other way. And then I can move it back this way. You can you can see the motor power right here changing, depending on how much. 1 is the maximum, and so it's -1. It's just the other way around. Alright, and that's it. Well, that's the end of this video. If you'd like to dive deeper into the subject, consider going to our coding curriculum at FTC 287.4-coding-curriculum.netlify.app. And then you'll go to this page, you'll just click on start learning. And then today we covered hardware mapping and OpMode architecture, and we also just learned how to control a motor.